Let's call this special meeting to order at 7:04, February 17th, 2014. Roll call, please.
Mr. Armstrong.
Here.
Mrs. Bedia. Here. Mr. Bonacci.
Here.
Mrs. Matthews. Mrs. Towers. Here.
Stand for pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we have our presentation on the envelope study, is there any comments from the audience? Okay, then we'll move on.
Yep, thanks, Fred. We have a presentation today from Ron and Steidel, the architects the district has been working with for some time. And I want to first thank Mrs. Baldwin for her leadership, her role as a business manager and also treasurer, to come to me some time ago and say, Russ, we need to make sure that we have a good handle on all of our building needs over time, because, as she said to me, we had been reactionary, just dealing with the issues as they arise, and we need to make sure that the board, public, administration are quite aware of the issues that we have facing us with our buildings. The building we're sitting in is the high school. It is approaching its 30th anniversary. That's our youngest building, our newest building. So consequently, just like everyone owns a home, you have maintenance and upkeep and those kind of things. And again, because we had been in the we need money mode for so long, we had no opportunity to try to address some of the issues we're about to see. Although Ron Streidel has been excellent identifying the kind of issues that we have to face, but when you have a $600,000 permanent improvement fund and you take care of your roofs, the maintenance there, and the pavement, the maintenance there, there's not a whole bunch left over. And we wanted to make sure that we got this information out in front of everybody so that we could hopefully develop a long-range plan in terms of how we're going to identify what are our priorities in these issues and which ones we're going to attack first. So it's my pleasure to, again, thank Mrs. Baldwin for her leadership and visionary approach to this. I'd like to introduce Ron Steidel, Bill Condich, and Phil Steinberg for their presentation.
Thank you. I'm Phil Steinberg, principal of Ron and Steidel Architects. The board.
This way.
The board. Presentations from the board. Bill Condich. The board asked us to investigate the buildings that are owned by the district. We started out with visiting each one independently over a period of 2 months. We checked out the exterior envelope. The roof was not part of the program because we were already taking care of those.
Excuse me, would you mind using the microphone so everybody can hear you? Yeah.
We investigated each building on a one-by-one basis and exploring the outside of the buildings. And like I said, the roof was not part of the study since the board has already been taking care of the roofs on all the buildings. I'd like to start out by saying that the board has done an excellent job on the buildings, but considering how much money you have had to spend for quite a few years. So I commend you on that. We did find some problems with some of the buildings that we'd like to go through. We're going to show some quick slides highlighting some of these issues, mostly the priority 1 issues that we found. And then we'll take questions at the end of this slide presentation.
Before you get started, Bill, I'd like to let everybody know, it looks like a lot of people have the booklet, and just want to give you a summary of what the booklet is going, how it's set up. They set it up by building, and at the end of each building, they put a priority listing, listing priorities 1 through 4, 1 being the highest. And then there's pricing that goes with that. And then at the end of the booklet, it is a summary of everything in priority order. Priority 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s.
Okay. We're going to start out with the high school. The highest priority items that we found in the high school were to repair some masonry items, clean the brick facade, clean rust-stained windows, and replace some failed window glazing, insulated glass units, and the auditorium wall repair. I don't know what they'll talk about the walls.
Thanks, Phil. You can see on the high school here that in this picture here, you can see some white staining on the building, as well as some dark splotchy spots. And that also shows up very well on this picture here. This is the east side of the gymnasium here, where we've asked, we've had people from the Brick Masonry Institute, we've had people who do brick restoration work, a lot of brick restoration work coming up this building, to see what is the root cause of this staining that we're seeing, both the white and the dark splotch staining. The white staining is caused from what they call lime run, which means water's getting into the brick, evaporating off the face of the brick and calcifying, similar to limestone, it's forming on the face of the building. The darker stain is a little more of a problem. We're recommending in the report that we have a professional contractor come out and do the large areas of cleaning with different materials to see what we can do to have the staining that you're seeing on that facade be removed. Because we suspect there's moisture, but we're not sure what method to clean it. That's why we would like to see a contractor come out and help us get to the root cause and the best method to clean that. You can also see that there's a dock area here on the lower left that is very bad shape and needs to be repaired immediately. Again, all of these are number 1 priorities. We feel that these need to be done very quickly. Also on the upper right is the auditorium wall. There is a lot of moisture in that wall, probably from clogged drain lines, caused damage to that wall. So we're recommending that those lines be cleaned. Also that that brick masonry wall be repaired as well. And there's some problems with the glazing. As you can see, that some of the seals are broken. What that does is causes condensation in the window. The insulation value of that window has been reduced, minimalized, and we recommend those be replaced. The bus garage, which was built at the same time, has similar problems, but because it's a much smaller, we're just recommending on this one, the brick facade. This would be the same manner as I described in the high school. And you can see the same staining issues with both the white lime running on it and the dark splotch color. There's also some what we call environmental staining. That's what you see those black streaks are. This also shows up in the high school. That is caused by water running across the face of the aluminum frames above, and the oxidation thing gets washed onto the brick. That's relatively easy to clean off. That particular should come off with regular.
Echo Hills Elementary, we found 4 priority 1 items. The west canopy is in need of repair. The windows are very old, single glazed windows that the glazing compound is falling out of, which at some point the glass could fall out and cause a safety issue. There's some entry doors that are very old and showing much need of repair replacement, and there's some doors that need replacement. On the left, you can see one of the windows. You can see the glazing compound is ready to fall out, and some of it has fallen out. This is compromising the insulating value of the glass, and it is single pane. The thermal conductivity of this glass is very great. Therefore, you have a lot of energy savings by replacing the double pane windows of today's technology. The bottom column at the entrance, the plaster is cracking out, exposing the structure behind it. The entry doors are oxidizing and rusting in some locations, and there's the overhead doors that are wood and ready for replacement.
Fish Creek Elementary School. This school was in relatively good shape, but there was an area that we told priority one where it required repair of the exposed tile backup. As you can see in these pictures here, the picture on the right, all the tile has been removed from above that door, and we're recommending that the tile be installed similar to what you see on the left, which is 95% of the school has the tile above the window similar to what you see on the left.
This is one of our favorite buildings.
Me too.
Highland Elementary was built as a public works project back in the 40s. The highest priority that we found is that the gas line needs to be replaced. There's some issues with the gas line in that it's installed below grade, and today's code says that you cannot bring a gas pipe in below grade due to any possible gas leaks would enter the building below the concrete slab, thereby causing possible damage to the building of an issue we not to think about. There's an underground coal bin, we showed you a picture of it, that has had major water leaks over the years. It's under the parking area. The ceiling is in bad shape. The north parking lot drainage is allowing water to filter into the building, enter the basement slabs. There are some rooms, like one with the electric panels in it, that have water sitting on the floor. The masonry, the brick masonry, has a lot of areas that need to be repointed. The water needs to be removed and replaced. It is now cracked and allowing moisture to penetrate into the wall system. And in order to enhance the ability of the masonry walls to shed water, we recommend the water repellent be added to the masonry. The picture on the left, the site slopes downward from the field, which has the athletic field, to the north. The water is migrating across the parking lot, hitting the masonry walls, going down the foundation walls, and entering the basement area. We are recommending some underground drainage be added to the parking lot to catch some of the water before it has a chance to get to the building. The bottom middle picture is the ceiling of the old coal bin. Right now, there are barricades in front of the parking area to prevent people from driving on top of this, because it could be a hazard. The gas line is at the bottom right, that's entering the building there. And the picture in the top right is showing some of the joints in the brick that are falling out and cracked.
There's no sump there.
There is a sump, but it's sanitary. We can't dump stormwater into the sand.
Just explore sand.
Indian Trail School has priorities we felt that we worked on at this school is the repair of decorative stone. This is an unusual design, has some decorative limestone fins on the heads of all the windows, most of which were in very good shape. We did find this one that was out of place, not a danger of falling out, but it does need to stay in place. And replace the windows. A lot of the windows in this school are aluminum windows, you can see on the left, which are poor condition. With the aluminum, since it's a single pane, they were set in with glazing compound, and over the years, this is typical of many single pane windows that are set in with glazing compound. As you can see with the arrow, shows a piece missing. There's a lot of windows in this school, with there's various pieces missing. It took a lot to repair them, so we're recommending it to be replaced. They're single pane, their energy, they reach both the end of their useful and energy see the fin that is settled on one of the heads of the windows on the right, it's open up the gap about an inch at the top. This would have to be, a mason would have to take this out, reset it with mortar, and it's good to go there.
Kempton Middle School, we found some masonry piers at the windows that have some severe cracking in them and need to be rebuilt. There's some stairs at the north end that also need some attention, and there's some doors that need to be replaced. You can see on the left the masonry piers that are cracking, and they've been attempted to have been fixed over the years, but they're still letting water in. Freeze-thaw action is expanding the cracks and cracking it further. The stairwell has been eroding over time. The concrete is, the earth underneath the concrete has been eroding by the way the water's pitched towards them, allowing the subsoil to degrade and wash out, and the concrete settling into the washouts. There are doors that are rusting in the frame at the bottom, and there's an overhead door that has some cracks in it.
At Lakeview Intermediate School, we also were asked to look at the gas line there as well. This has similar problems that happened over the other schools. I would recommend that gas line be replaced. I replaced most of the windows, not all of them, because some of the south windows in that building have been replaced relatively recently. There's some existing aluminum and steel windows that need to be replaced. The greenhouse glazing is in poor condition. We recommend that be resealed. And there's also some drainage issues on the west side of the building here. As you can see, a middle slide right up against the parking lot that have, also the lower right slide. I'll address that right now. The lower right slide, what's happening there is there's tile that has come off the concrete floor because there's constantly water on this floor because water's coming in. This is about 2 feet to 3 feet below grade at the window. So there's drainage issues right there at the floor line. Water's coming in, there's a sidewalk along that area. And water's coming in through the wall and getting the floor wet, causing some issues.
We believe you've heard that this plastic's been out of service for like 5 years.
That's because of those issues. You can see the condition of some of the windows. This is a steel window on the left slide. You see it's starting to rust. There's also issues with the glazing compound. Again, these windows are typical for the era of the steel windows. In the era they were fine, but they did not meet our current energy standards. The steel is not a poor insulator, and they're also single pane glass. So again, these have reached the end of their useful as well as energy efficient.
And that's one of the pieces of gas line behind that side of the building.
As you can see, the upper middle slide, it's somewhat rust.
And some of the gas line that's existing can be repainted, but a lot of it needs to be replaced.
And up against the pavement, there's also some issues with pointing those walls, and most of the mortar is falling out of the joints because of weather.
Riverview Elementary had some of the similar problems that some of the other buildings had. Replacement of windows again, repair the main entrance stairs. There's a planter near the main entrance that is in disrepair, as well as a wall around the dumpster enclosure. You can see the windows are similar to some of the other ones we've shown in the stair, the bottom, middle, the screen enclosure at the bottom right, and the planter wall at the top right.
Woodland Elementary School was built at the same time as Riverview. In fact, they were used the same set of drawings, believe it or not. They were each built in the mid-50s. And you can see that the windows were installed obviously at that time. So the same issues have arisen here at Woodland School. As you saw at Riverview, we replaced the windows. So you get steel windows, which are energy effective. Repaired the main stair. And you can see some of the damage that, what happens with these planters, when they're exposed like this, because they're exposed on all sides to the weather, they weather much quicker than the building itself may, so that's why it's a relatively poor condition. You can see it's also been tried to be patched in the past, very good success.
Then there's the administration building. That has some modular office units that have some siding issues. There's an overhead door at the backside that needs attention, and a concrete dock as well. You can see the modular units on the left, the overhead door in the middle, and the dock of the entry stair at the right. The grade lines between the mortar joints of the back wall are not cracked, they're just, the wall has been was painted and then mortar coated. The mortar was replaced afterwards, and the wall was not painted, so they stand out. So don't get alarmed by that.
Want to emphasize that we just did the priority ones, obviously there's other priorities for these buildings, as the report covers in more detail, but tonight we just wanted to emphasize the priority one issues.
We were asked what could be some of the possible next steps after this study. First of all, what we'd like to suggest is that the task be compiled into similar like items, so that if windows need to be replaced, you do that on, say, 5 or 6 buildings, whatever you can afford at one time, and there would be some economy to getting those good prices that way. Also, a possible 2 survey would be to examine the building HVAC and electrical systems within the buildings to see how energy efficient they are, if they do require replacement or upgrades that could save the district money. Lastly, we could possibly survey the system of district buildings against the Ohio Schools Facility Commission standards, which would tell you if your facilities are up to the square footage standards, the energy efficiency standards. It's a rating system, which you could work with the Ohio Facilities Commission to see if they're done with those as well. Okay, it's a lot to absorb.
The one that, we have the council here, talked about that going into the storm, the drainage, our sump going into the sewer, sanitary sewer. Is there funds out there for that? I know we had that problem throughout Stowe.
I do not believe there is any federal funding for it.
'Cause I knew,
But I'm not an expert, so.
okay. I know there was a lot of that going on. There was
Yeah.
a lot of places built like that.
Akron is in the same situation right now. They're talking about having to raise their sewer rates significantly because way back when, you were allowed to put clean water in with sanitary. But now, because the Clean Water Act, you can't do that. And the federal government has just said you can't do that. They haven't given anybody any money to correct it. They just said you can't do that.
Maybe you might be able to help us out there.
So a lot of people have not stopped. That's why you get a lot of effluent in the streams when you don't want it. But,
Mr. Armstrong, that could be solved by putting another sump within the building and pumping it to a catch basin.
Help it out. So the basin's there, we just have to put another sump in. The catch basin is down there,
There's a catch basin in the front, so we pump up.
so we could pump it out and pump it out into, which would probably be a little bit cheaper or help a lot more than what we are right now. Not as expensive, right? That's not it, right? Oh, okay, I didn't see what the sump was.
There's a, it may not be detailed, but it's in the pricing.
Okay.
When we fill the coal bin room in,
Yeah.
we're gonna put a sump in the corner and create a closet on the corner of that room. And then pump from there out, so any water that does get through into the coal area can be collected.
Okay, so that's in that estimate.
You'll see it as a line item for coal bin filling.
Right.
It's all part of that cost.
Now, I told you I was gonna let's look at this cost, look at the two numbers, okay? And there's about a 45% difference. You know, you have to multiply the face, and that's not much. So, get more, get to your, what you call it, total costs, so. So you get 10% profit, 10% overhead, 10% on. Could you take us through that? That bidding process?
Yes, what you'll find in this area is the unit cost for doing an individual task. What standard practice is that when you have a general contractor bidding on a project, they're entitled to an overhead and a profit on top of the individual cost. There's also a contingency in case unknown factors are found in the excavating or tearing a wall apart. So there's, first of all, we put an estimated contingency, and that covers anything from increasing gas prices, oil prices, material costs go up, you're covered. And then there's a construction contingency for finding unknown things. So you take all those factors and add them together, and that creates the multiplier on each of the individual items.
And there's a design fee on top of that.
Yes, those are known as soft costs.
Pardon?
Those are known as soft costs.
Shop.
Soft.
Soft.
That's what I mean, soft.
Oh, soft, okay.
Yes. So when we get to our summary in the back, those have all the multipliers added into the individual tests already.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
We did that so you could break those out individually in your.
So when you're bidding, the base bid's labor material, basically? There's no profit, no, what
The
the
base
base
bid contains the overhead and profit contingency. The base bid contains the overhead and profit. You maintain as a school district the contingencies in the pocket.
Let's take a simple, okay?
Sure.
This is 151,595, which is the administrative. In that 51,595, is that just material, labor, that's the bidding on?
No, I'm sorry, it has a subcontractor's markup in there as well.
So it has a profit in there, and we have another profit in there, another overhead.
That's for the general contractor.
It'd be really interesting to see how goods actually
That is the general contractor's overhead and profit. As he gets the subcontractor's price, he has his overhead and profit after the subcontractor.
But if you go to, say, a Windows person, say we do Windows,
Yes.
this guy, that's all he specializes in, is Windows. I might not have a general contractor, right?
You still need someone to do painting, someone to do masonry repairs, someone to do flashing repairs. So you may, you could go to a window
If I
guy.
do somebody, I'm just gonna do my Windows.
There is a possibility you could eliminate some of the.
And then I go to somebody who's gonna do, because I have a lot of basic, or somebody's gonna do all my basic. So there are ways, this is like the worst case scenario, that's what I was getting at. So we have best case scenario, boom, baseline, worst case scenario, 48% tack on to it.
And that's why, listed separately.
That's good, okay, that's what I wanted to know, yeah, that's good.
That's
It gives us a ballpark,
It's standard practice.
wide range, but a ballpark.
It is alarming when you see that.
All right, thank you. I understand. Well, one thing I wanted to ask, Lakeview, the veneer, the bricking, that is like one of, excuse me, one of the most expensive and highest. Why was that, from my perspective, I go by there, I see it's not, doesn't look that bad, the face of it, that bad. What are we looking at here that looks?
Well, we showed you there was a picture, it was a pretty good example. What we call open joints, if you look at a joint, from the street, you're not gonna see that, but when we look at it closer, that's what we start to look at very thoroughly, very closely.
Yes, I heard somebody work with binoculars.
We do that all the time. No way to see.
Well, that was the 100-foot view.
No, actually, 20 foot view. It magnifies it.
Okay.
building requires 100% of all the mortar joints to be cut out and replaced. And that's why it's higher on this building than some of the others. Some of the others only need, say, 20% of the building.
So you can see this joint right here, see that? That's what we call an open joint.
Yep.
Not only is a lot of the mortar worn away, because this building was built in the 30s, and water is not getting into the building through those joints, and that is causing continuing deterioration of the wall. So when we say 100%, we're gonna cut that joint out to a certain depth, and we're gonna fill it with new mortar, and it should last for at least as long as it's been there. Decades.
That's already.
If you look closely at that wall, you'll see the mortar's still there, but there's a crack where it joins the deck.